Jim Collins' Good to Great. Why Some Companies Make the Leap and Others Don't, explores why certain companies transition from being good to becoming great, while others remain stagnant or decline. Collins and his team conducted a 5-year research project, identifying and analyzing 11 companies that made the leap to sustained greatness. Through their research, they uncovered several principles that underpin the shift from good to great. This summary will cover these key concepts in detail. The good to great criteria. Collins and his research team selected companies that outperformed the general stock market by at least 3 times for 15 years after making the leap from good to great. They compared these companies to others in the same industries that either failed to achieve greatness or declined. The goal was to uncover the factors that differentiated these companies from their peers. Key findings and concepts. 1. Level 5 leadership. One of the most critical factors that Collins identifies is the presence of what he calls level 5 leaders. These leaders are not your typical charismatic or high-profile executives. Instead, they combine deep personal humility with an intense professional will. They prioritize the success of the organization over personal glory or recognition, often preferring to remain out of the spotlight. Characteristics of Level 5 leaders. Humility. They are modest and humble, attributing success to the team rather than themselves. Professional will. They possess an unwavering determination to make their company succeed and are willing to make difficult decisions for the long-term health of the organization. Succession planning. Level 5 leaders focus on building an enduring company by developing successors who can continue the organization's success after they step down. Collins points out that companies with Level 5 leadership are more likely to achieve sustained greatness compared to companies led by ego-driven leaders. 2. First who, then what? Collins argues that the most important decision a company can make is not about its direction, strategy, or products, but about the people it hires. Great companies prioritize getting the right people on the team before deciding what to do or where to go. Collins uses the metaphor of a bus to describe this principle. The right people are on the bus, the wrong people are off the bus, and then the company decides where to drive it. This principle has several implications. The right people don't need to be tightly managed. When companies have the right people, they can trust them to be self-motivated and responsible. Flexibility. Getting the right people allows a company to adapt to changing circumstances because these individuals are more capable of leading change. Focus on character. Great companies prioritize hiring for values, attitudes, and character, rather than focusing solely on skills or experience. Collins emphasizes that great leaders focus on who before what because a strong team is better positioned to execute any strategy successfully. 3. Confront the brutal facts, yet never lose faith. Collins introduces the Stockdale paradox, named after Admiral Jim Stockdale, a Vietnam War POW who survived 8 years of captivity. The paradox lies in the ability to confront the harsh realities of one's situation while maintaining unwavering faith that success is achievable. Great companies do the same. They face the brutal facts of their circumstances without sugarcoating reality, yet they remain steadfastly committed to their vision of greatness. Collins provides examples of companies that confronted difficult truths head-on and made decisions based on facts, rather than avoiding unpleasant realities or relying on blind optimism. 4. The hedgehog concept. The hedgehog concept stems from a simple but powerful metaphor. A hedgehog knows one big thing and executes it well, while a fox knows many things but lacks focus. Great companies, according to Collins, resemble the hedgehog. They achieve greatness by finding the intersection of 3 key dimensions. 1. What they are deeply passionate about. Great companies are passionate about their core business and stay true to it. 2. What they can be the best in the world at. These companies identify what they can excel at, which may differ from what they are currently doing. 3. What drives their economic engine? They understand which factors are critical to generating consistent and sustainable profits. Companies that find their hedgehog concept focus all their resources and efforts on that area, ensuring alignment across the entire organization. The hedgehog concept provides clarity and discipline, enabling companies to avoid distractions and stay on track. 5. A culture of discipline. Collins emphasizes that great companies foster a culture of discipline. This does not mean authoritarian management or micromanagement. Instead, it refers to a disciplined approach to decision-making, execution, and performance. Employees in great companies have the freedom to take initiative and make decisions within a defined framework of discipline, ensuring alignment with the company's core values and goals. The key elements of a culture of discipline are: disciplined people. With the right people on board, great companies don't require excessive bureaucracy or controls. Disciplined thought. These companies think rigorously about their business and make decisions based on facts and the hedgehog concept. Disciplined action. Once a course of action is decided, companies execute with consistency and focus, without veering off into unnecessary or opportunistic activities. A culture of discipline allows great companies to maintain focus, avoid complacency, and continually strive for improvement, even during times of success. 6. The flywheel and the doom loop. Collins uses the metaphor of a flywheel to describe the process of building momentum in a company. Great companies don't achieve greatness overnight through a single defining action or breakthrough. Instead, they make continuous, incremental improvements that, over time, build momentum. As each small win builds upon the last, the company's flywheel begins to turn faster, creating sustainable growth. The opposite of the flywheel is the doom loop. Companies in the doom loop make drastic, erratic changes in response to crises or short-term pressures. They chase quick fixes or silver bullets rather than focusing on steady, consistent progress. These companies often fail to achieve greatness because they lack the discipline and long-term vision necessary to build momentum. Great companies stay the course, accumulating small wins that compound over time, while companies in the doom loop frequently shift directions and fail to build lasting momentum. 7. Technology accelerators. Collins argues that technology does not cause a company to become great, but it can act as an accelerator for companies that are already on the right path. Great companies use technology strategically and selectively to enhance their hedgehog concept, rather than jumping on new trends or adopting technology for the sake of it. In contrast, companies that fall into the doom loop often view technology as a solution to their problems, investing heavily in new tools or systems without aligning them with their core competencies. Technology alone cannot transform a company from good to great. It is merely a tool that, when applied correctly, can enhance a company's strengths. 8. The role of luck. One of the final conclusions in Good to Great is that luck plays a minimal role in a company's transition from good to great. Collins' research shows that both great and mediocre companies experienced periods of good and bad luck. The difference lies in how they responded. Great companies capitalized on good luck and turned it into lasting success, while mediocre companies often squandered their opportunities or failed to recover from setbacks. Conclusion. Good to Great by Jim Collins provides a blueprint for companies that aspire to achieve sustained excellence. Through extensive research, Collins identifies 7 key principles that differentiate great companies from the rest. Level 5 leadership, getting the right people on board, confronting the brutal facts, developing a hedgehog concept, cultivating a culture of discipline, building momentum through small wins, and leveraging technology as an accelerator. These principles are not about quick fixes or short-term solutions. They represent a long-term, disciplined approach to achieving greatness.